Hi again everyone, I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Deb. And here's her story. Hi Ollie, my name is Deb. I've been listening to you since you were on with KJ. That was an amazing show, by the way. I need some advice with my situation. I've made a donation to your channel. I know it's not much, but we expect our third child, and financially it's real rough these days, as you know. Please excuse my grammar, and also if I start to ramble on. This situation with my mother-in-law has just dumbfounded me beyond belief, even though I really shouldn't have expected anything different. Quick back history. My husband and I have known each other since we were in our early teens. We dated for a while, lost contact for about 10 years, found each other again, and now have been married for 14 years. We are in our early 40s. I have known for a long while now that my mother-in-law is a martyr. It took me a few years to figure this out. I try to see the best of in people. I have a hard time when people don't like me. I know it sounds stupid. Probably stems from my childhood, but that's for another time. With the help of your channel, I've been able to exactly pinpoint that my mother-in-law is a professional narcissistic martyr, among with other choice things. Here it is. Just the other day, my oldest turned 5 years old. We had a small family party with just my little family and my parents. My family-in-law moved up north last May to live with their oldest son and daughter-in-law since they couldn't be here this year. Thank God. That's a whole nother crazy story for another time. So we don't hear from my mother-in-law at all the day of the birthday. Actually, none of my family-in-law contacted any one of us. I know neither one of us expected to hear from his sister, her husband, or her teenage boys, since they think I'm a hateful bigot because I don't think just like them, and I love Jesus. They are crazy libtards, but that yet is another email. So we didn't hear from my mother-in-law until 8 p.m. until the day after the birthday. She called my husband first and left a voicemail, but texted me. Side note, husband is easily manipulated by her. He has a difficult time saying no, sticking up for himself, or defending me to her, our whole marriage, because of this. I gently try to point things out to him that he could never see before. I know this makes me the bad guy in his eyes at first, but then he thanks me for the clarity, sometimes. Well, if your husband comes from a family of libtards, and one where he's been emasculated by his mother and sisters, he's always going to have a hard time putting his big boy pants on to stand up to him. Luckily, you could be the bad guy at first, but then he ends up thanking you later. I've been so fed up with his family's bull for so many years now, and since I'm the black sheep, they can't stand me, but are always nice to my face. I've been really open, no holds barred with my feelings about this with my husband. He doesn't know how to handle this or any kind of confrontation, actually. He has no emotions, can't show feelings, doesn't know what to say. He turns into what I lovingly call the brick, like an engine seizing up. He just sits there. Right, he's afraid. He's afraid of his mother's wrath and probably his sister's wrath. He's been emasculated by these women. The text message from my mother-in-law to me was this. Just wanted to let you know that we didn't forget kid's name birthday. How did you celebrate it? We will be sending him a gift. Hope you're all fine. Not being there for the birthday was difficult for us. Give the boys a hug and kiss for us. Thanks very much. First of all, the boys have names, but she hardly ever calls them by name. It's always the boys, effing bitch. I read the text message to my husband and I said, right. She didn't forget. She says she didn't forget, but can't contact either one of us on the day. You know she didn't remember. You know she didn't remember. Somebody reminded her. He actually said, yep, shocked. Oh, I think she might have remembered. She just wants you to know. See, this is how she controls her son and her son, and by proxy trying to control you. By letting him think him and his family can be forgotten at a moment's notice, even though she says, oh, I didn't forget. He knows what the truth is. Well, if you didn't forget, then you just purposely didn't show. Either way, it's passive aggressive and it's gaslighting and it's all a means and it's all done so your husband thinks he's not important, so he will kowtow and not fight back to them, so he can please mommy. See, this is when mommy tries to take the big boy pants back off the son husband. And that's what she does with text messages like that. She's pulling his pants down. The voicemail she left my husband was priceless. I wish I could attach it. In a very deflated, weak-sounding voice, she reiterated that she didn't forget and that not being there was hard. But if he can please call her back because she needs to bounce something off him and get his advice on something. And that they love us both. Ah, so the text message to you, okay, was basically, yeah, I didn't forget, but I kind of forgot. You're not important, but you are, but I purposely did it. But then, knowing you're going to read that text message to your husband, and in his mind, maybe he thinks his mom is mad, she forgot, maybe she didn't forget, and it's all on purpose. Now she's going to play the victim to him personally on the phone, so he can run over there, kiss her ass, and she could take his big boy pants back away again. It's a cycle. It's all calculated. It's all calculated, planned, and the only purpose is to get control of her son, to make sure he's subservient, make sure he does what she says, not you. I told my husband that that's the real reason she called. She needs something from you. She didn't call to wish a happy birthday or say she missed it at all. He said again, yep, was in shock again. It's all a manipulation. I think one leads to the other. It's all a manipulation. You were supposed to soften him up with your text message, and then he was supposed to, oh, mommy still needs me. She's not mad at me. Let me go run. It's all a manipulation. I'm so done with my whole family-in-law. The whole mother trucking bunch of them. I just want to go off on her. Who the hell do they think they are? How do you ignore your own grandchild's birthday, no matter how many you have? It's not about it's about him, and it's about control. The family members, they're all just pawns. You're looking at them as your children, and these are your grandchildren or grandchildren. And look, family members are just pawns to the narcissist. You're just game pieces to be moved around at their will for her own benefit. About a year ago, when we were over their house visiting, she actually had the nerve to tell me that she just didn't have the time or energy to deal with the boys, that she is getting older and it's just too hard for her. She's in her mid-60s with no real health issues, except she's, in her own words, continually depressed and has too much worry and anxiety. What do I do? I have no idea if my husband will call her today or wait a day he's off when I'm not home. I already told him that if he calls her, not to give any opinions or advice because she will just turn it on him if it goes wrong. Well, I asked my son if he said it was a good idea. Well, I asked my son, and he said it was a good idea. Just like she tried to do to me already a few times. I also highly doubt that he will express to her how hurt we are and how wrong she is for what she did. No, she would want that. He doesn't have the balls to, and that's what she's banking on. That's what she's banking on. She's banking on, this is all so he doesn't fight back and just goes over and takes care of her and pleases her. He always wusses out. He's a great provider, loves us, works his butt off for us, good dad, but so emotionally not there. The years of her putting him on a pedestal then beating him down has taken quite a toll on him. Right. She's made him into this son husband this son, but treats him like almost as a spouse, where he's somehow obligated to taking care of her first. And she wants him to put her above everyone else, and that's the way it's always going to be. I don't want to text her back. I actually want to call her, even though it leaves a horrible sick pit feeling in my stomach and get all shaky and nervous, because she doesn't like when people stick up to her. She gets flustered and will just deflect and change subjects very quickly. I know she wouldn't answer the call if I left the voicemail, she'd just share it with the rest of the family and have a field day with it. Just like they used to with my Facebook posts before I had blocked them. They literally sit around the dinner table and have discussions about me, all 6 of them. And your husband's allowing that? Your husband's allowing that? He's got to put it on his... This is another one. Another son husband who needs to put his big boy pants on and stand up to his mommy and his sisters and the rest of the family. Time to put your big boy pants on and stop letting your wife be abused by your cunt of a mother. By your toxic, libtard cunt of a mother. He has to understand, she will look to control his every move and emotion for as long as she lives. And when she dies, one of his sister will take somebody else in his family will take the spot. I honestly don't care if they're in our lives at all, and I think my husband is slowly seeing the light, but it's difficult to tell sometimes. Before they moved north, she went on and on about how they can Skype the boys, and we told her when she's ready and got everything set up to contact us. It's been 7 months, not a word. And consider that a blessing. What do you want her around for anyway? You probably had a better birthday with them not there than them there. So what do you care anyway? They're doing you a favor when they don't show. They're doing you a favor when they don't show. Ollie, thank you very much for reading my letter, and any advice or wisdom you can offer would be greatly appreciated. Also, hope I've explained everything well enough. P.S. We're starting telling our family we're expecting. I always get a piece of jewelry to give my mom as a keepsake, and this time, since his parents aren't here in state, my husband wanted to get something for his mother as well. Fuck that. Why? She won't even show up for the birthdays of the kids you have. Why tell her about any new ones? This is a perfect time to break contact with her. Start fresh with the... You know what? You proved when you didn't show up to your other grandchild's birthday. Why would I involve you in another grandchild's anything? I was going to send it when we got back from visiting my parents, but needless to say, I don't want to send it now. Fuck that shit. Sorry for the language. I want to return it. She doesn't deserve it whatsoever. I didn't want to be heartless and just send a picture text of the ultrasound, but now I don't even want them knowing anything. Love you, Ollie. God bless you, Deb. Yeah. Why tell her anything? She won't show up for the grandkids she has. Why do you got to tell her about any new ones? 7 months. Not a word. Why do you care? Consider it a blessing. Hope they never come back. And drag your husband to the water and make him drink and make him realize what they are. Like, you got to put on your big boy pants. These women are dog walking you emotionally. Everything his mother did was a manipulation to get him under control. Why would you subject another child to that? So they can not show up to that child's events and hurt another. They're already halfway on their way to going no contact anyway. Let them. Let them. Be happy when the narcissist doesn't show up. Don't ask why. Look at it as a blessing. So, thank you so much for your contribution and your story. I hope that helps. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comments section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, a Facebook chat, or you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or you'd just like to make the contribution to the channel in general to help it grow and expand and keep it going, because the channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you, this all goes away. So if you like the channel and you want to see more videos like this, consider making a contribution. And to do that, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been the Narcissistic Resistance.